I'm so pleased to be here today at TechBlick. I will just jump into it and will, before starting, just convey that any questions that anybody might have, if you want to message them into the text box, I will try to look at that and take questions as we go. And then certainly we have 10 minutes at the end. Um, yeah, essentially Sonde Health, the company that I work at and have been working at for the last 2 years, um, is 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 in the vocal biomarker space. Was founded in 2015 and has since demonstrated the ability to detect changes in certain therapeutic areas across brain, respiratory health, and muscular coordination across multiple diseases. And I will walk through that pipeline. But we were essentially, as a company, in research mode pre-Series A for about 5 years, and then last year transitioned into commercializing the technology as it stands today. Um, our biggest discovery was that speech, which had been used for multiple purposes in the past by audio signal processing experts, the discovery that the team made alongside a number of academic researchers that we collaborate with, that speech is affected and it is a byproduct of changes in cardiopulmonary physiology, motor coordination, as well as neurodegeneration. And the process that we set up in the early days was to bring in some of the world-leading experts in audio signal processing from MIT and pair them with a team of speech pathologists who had been looking at ways that physicians listen for impairment across different disease states, from schizophrenia to respiratory conditions, and then use those specific features that were extracted to then inform the machine learning process that would ultimately lead to development of correlation between certain users, their EMR-based clinical diagnoses, with their speech and what we could sense from their speech. We certainly have not been on this journey alone. These are some of the partners, the academic medical centers and health systems that we have worked with, and certainly unusual in the number of international partners that is on this list. So we certainly started in the US as a earlier Boston-based company, but have worked with UNSW, which is in Australia and a leader in detecting depression from speech from a research perspective. And many of them are part of our clinical and scientific advisors. And then almost 30 health systems across India. And one of the incredible things that this early investigation and data collection allowed us is to confirm the applicability of speech and acoustics to be able to transcend with one model that generalizes for multiple linguistic contexts. So what I'm showing over here, it's a little bit small, is our pipeline. And, I think what's interesting is thinking through the process that we took to arrive at any condition that is usable by a customer in the market. So essentially, we have two launched products. One is a mental fitness product, and the other one is a lower respiratory disease risk detection product. And with, across the board, we have everything from COVID-19 to cystic fibrosis to asthma, COPD, and are starting to even work on lung cancer.